leader of the Lights Order, guardian of the Moniyan Empire. Tigreal is the rising star of the Moniyan Empire. But in a battle, the second army that he was leading went deep into the enemy territory alone under the orders of high-level officials and suffered heavy losses, for which Tigreal was eventually forced to take responsibility. Because of this, he left the Empire and came to the Northern Vale. During this period of time, Tigreal finally resolved the problems in his mind. Eventually, he returned to the Empire and became the leader of the Lights Order. Tigreal was born into the noble Wirtz family. Since the establishment of the Moniyan Empire, the House Wirtz has continuously provided military talents for the Empire and has guarded Moniyan's imperial power and national security for generations. Tigreal's generation is no exception. His father Gareth is the Empire's Minister of Defense and the Emperor's right-hand man, while his uncle Eckert is in charge of the border guard station at the most dangerous area between the southern part of the Empire and the Land of Despair. Although thousands of years have passed since the shocking changes that split the Empire, the rumors and threats about the Abyss, heretics, and terrible creatures have never been far away. Since he was a child, Tigreal received systematic military training in the Luminous City, constantly learning various combat skills such as fighting, swordsmanship, and riding. The whole family had high hopes for him, hoping that one day he would be able to take over the banner of his father's generation and become the most steadfast and loyal guardian of Moniyan. At the age of 16, Tigreal joined the Imperial Army with full devotion and was incorporated into the garrison army ranks. During his 4 years in the garrison army, Tigreal led his troops to almost every part of Moniyan, which further exercised Tigreal's command ability and leadership ability, earning him the favor of the Lights Order. Subsequently, Tigreal joined the Knights of Light with his outstanding military talent and leadership ability. In the Moniyan Empire, only the most loyal and brave fighters who had undergone intensive training were eligible to be elected to the Knights of Light, and Tigreal became the youngest member of the Knights in history. He was the glory of his family and a genius in the eyes of the Moniyan people. Everyone believed that he would become a hero in the history of Moniyan, just like the martyrs of previous generations in Promenade of Heroes. However, few people's lives are such smooth sailing. Just when people thought that a star was about to rise, a blow soon befell Tigreal. In the Barren Lands, in a battle launched to completely drive the Abyss demons, who had been holding the area for a long time. Back underground, Tigreal served as the commander of the 2nd Regiment in an army that was composed of the Lights Order and the Imperial Border Guard. He was deployed on the left flank of the battlefield and launched an attack on the demon army, However, due to a mistake by the command center, the 2nd Regiment went in deep alone and was besieged by the demon army. Subsequently, the command center ordered the 2nd Regiment to leave some of the soldiers behind to bring up the rear and disperse to break through the envelopment. At this time, Tigreal was determined to live or die with his troops, but the elderly and experienced Deputy Roland stopped Tigreal and made him retreat with the main force that he was commanding, while he and a small number of fighters would hold up the enemy, on the premise of retaining some effective soldiers. Tigreal reluctantly led the troops to withdrawal. After the battle, the demon army, which had long been entrenched where the southern part of the empire met the barren lands, was completely wiped out, but only the 2nd Regiment had suffered heavy casualties, with the unit that remained in place to hold up the enemy having been totally annihilated. Looking at the corpses and blood all over the ground, Tigreal felt full of guilt for the decision he made. After this battle, in order to cover up their mistakes, the high levels of the Knights refused to give the soldiers of the 2nd Regiment the honor they deserved, and called these soldiers disobedient because they were greedy for merit, and this led to a necessary sacrifice. Afterwards, they tried to use medals and promotions as a way of tempting Tigreal to keep silent. Feeling the stress of the unsuccessful struggle and pressure from the family, Tigreal left Moniyan and came to the cold northern Vale. In the icy and snowy north, Tigreal established a deep friendship with the rugged northern Vale tribes, and more importantly, by fighting side by side again and again, Tigreal realized that as a knight, the life of a companion is more important than the outcome of a battle, because we choose to fight to protect everyone around us. If fighting only means sacrifice, then victory is meaningless. After that, Tigreal returned to Moniyan, returned to the Knights of Light, and became the leader of the Knights over the years, guarding everything in Moniyan with determination and bravery day after day. In folklore, as long as there is a place where darkness invades, there will be the fearless warrior of dawn to lead everyone in driving away the darkness.